And we continue to follow these developments from Washington. Dramatic vote yesterday that saw Democrats join with a small group of hardline Republicans. The House voted to remove Speaker Kevin McCarthy. This is a first in U.S. history.
So now the chamber is left without leadership. 12 News reporter Joe Cortez is live in studio with local reaction.
Well, this was all sparked by McCarthy's decision to work with the Democrats this weekend to help avoid a government shutdown. And when he heard about the efforts to remove him, McCarthy posted on social media, quote, "Bring it on." And Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz did just that.
It's the benefit of this country that we have a better Speaker of the House than Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy couldn't keep his word.
There was a fiery debate ahead of yesterday's vote. It was 216 to 210, with 8 Republicans joining all the Democrats in the vote to remove McCarthy. Many of the complaints against the speaker revolved around his truthfulness and his ability to keep the promises that he made. The next step in the historic vote are highly unpredictable. Now, there's no obvious successor to lead the House Republican majority, but McCarthy said last night he would not run for Speaker again. Kayla Fish spoke with Rhode Island Congressman Seth Magaziner last night. He tells 12 News it's hard to predict how long it could take to elect a new speaker.
I voted to remove Kevin McCarthy from the speakership because I did feel that under his leadership, things were getting too polarized and too extreme. My hope is that under a new speaker, we will have somebody who's more willing to work across party lines to get things done.
Speaker McCarthy has had a choice. He could look right or he could look center, and he has looked right at every turn on the road.
The House is now in recess. No other business can take place until a new speaker is chosen, and that's with a mid-November deadline on avoiding a government shutdown. Live in studio, Joe Cortez, 12 News.
So what a day yesterday. For the first time in our nation's history, a House Speaker has been removed in a no-confidence vote.
So the final vote included 8 Republicans joining all Democrats to vote to remove House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. With the House now in recess, no other business can take place until a new speaker is chosen.
So the question remains, who will fill that void? Joe Cortez joining us now with some potential candidates.
Well, it's another first in U.S. history, and it's difficult to predict how long it will take to elect a new speaker. There are some tentative dates in place for discussions, but McCarthy made it clear on Tuesday that he would not try to win the job back. Now, historically, the House has always elected one of its own as Speaker, but the U.S. Constitution does not say that that job has to go to an elected member of the House. Some have already expressed support for the former President Donald Trump. Other potential names include House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, also Republican Congressman Tom Emmer, Jim Jordan, and Byron Donalds. The House Minority Leader, Democrat Hakeem Jeffries, garnered more votes than McCarthy during 11 rounds of voting in the Speaker's election earlier this year.
Too early to say. So right now we have a temporary speaker. He has put the House into recess so that the Republican conference can have time to meet amongst themselves and figure out who their next candidate for the speakership is going to be. And so we're all waiting to see what the result of that will be. I do not know when we will begin voting for a new speaker, but I hope it is soon.
The House will be without a permanent speaker for at least a week. North Carolina's Patrick McHenry has been named Speaker pro tem. Multiple Republicans have said that a discussion is set up for October 10th for a possible successor, with vote as early as Wednesday, October 11th. Live in studio, Joe Cortez, 12 News.